All right.
Go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mildly Profane Podcast. I'll be your host today, Xander.
And I'm your co-host, Xander.
So, anyways, for today's topics, we didn't really have any topics, but we're gonna talk. So,
Yeah.
hi,
We're
how you doing?
just I'm doing your mom. Oh shit! No, we're just
Okay.
doing our thing, like being adults and shit, working and such.
Oh my God, yeah, it's been a very long time since the last podcast was recorded. It was uploaded last year, and it was recorded years ago.
Yeah, a lot of years ago.
We are not good about making this podcast.
No, well, I was low key in Europe for 11 months, so
Yeah, that's 100% facts. But a lot happened.
yeah.
Um, I think in the last episode we talked about how we graduated. Um, I
God,
think
that was a long fucking time ago.
if I'm being 100% honest, I don't remember what was in the last episode
Yeah, me neither.
because I haven't listened to it.
We talked about. I remember when we recorded it. I was laying on my bunk, in the same room I'm in right now, and
Yeah.
I was on my phone because I didn't have my computer yet. I just graduated
Oh yeah.
I just graduated basic training, and we were just kind of shooting the shit over how life had been and such.
Yeah, and I was dual band recording our audio on OBS, and now Xander is dual band recording our audio not on OBS but on two different softwares.
Oh yeah, so trying to listen, like I'm sure that there's a better way to do this, but it's like fucking midnight here. Not that I don't give a shit about what time it is, considering that it's the weekend and I can do whatever the fuck I want on the weekend. I couldn't get. You can record Audacity by monitoring your own audio, like live listening through the fucking sound control panel on Windows, but then I would hear myself, and the first solution is, oh, just take your headphones off. Well, then I can't hear Nate, or like what's the point? So
Yeah, it's okay. I'll talk to the listeners and then you talk to the listeners, but we won't talk to each other.
that
And we'll
sounds.
be talking over each other the whole time. You have to
Oh my
time
god.
your speech to my waveforms, and you have to be deciphering what I'm saying using my waveform.
Dear fucking god. That is so cursed.
That is the level of ghetto that this podcast has been from the beginning.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Let's see, when was episode 1 of this podcast recorded?
Oh god, time to look it up.
Well, I'm already on the way. Hold on.
Are you sure? Let's see who gets there first.
I'm already there. It was 4 years ago.
I typed in fodcast instead of podcast and it fucked me.
Fucking rip. The fucking so episode 1. Oh my god, dude, we had timestamps on this video, bro. Couldn't
Yeah.
be me.
Yeah, we were incredibly high speed, dude.
This video was uploaded May 31st of 2018,
Yeah,
bro.
I
No.
know.
Episode 1 has 37 views. It's just it's the highest viewed podcast. And episode 4, the last episode, We Are Back, Baby,
That's 9.
has 9 views. And I think we should name this video We Are Not Back, Baby.
We are not
In
back.
immediate procession to We Are Back, We Are Not Back, comma, baby.
We are not back. All the same fucking like capitalize every fucking word and everything.
Yes,
Uh,
and the same background, same subtitles, everything. Um,
oh my god. The most viewed video on my YouTube channel is 175 views,
I don't even know what the most viewed video is on that
and
channel.
it's stalker fucking anomaly gameplay.
Nice, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's there's a controller in the cord, and if you know what a control, if any of the 0 people or like 5 people who are probably listening to this fucking thing know what stalker anomaly
Nice,
is.
Xander.
Yeah, well, okay, that's just 9 views. It count. You could go to the video twice and then count as 2 views.
That's true. Um, Let's see. My most viewed video on my channel is 1.5 thousand, and that was the rush.
Yeah, the fucking flash mob.
And then just below that, at 628 views, is a trash panda eating a snack. That is RJ. He lives on my college campus, and he is my best friend.
The fucking the dude with the thing.
What?
I'm sorry, words not fucking come out of my mouth there. The
I
uh
know.
the trash panda lives on your fucking
Yeah, he lives on my college campus.
Renee? That's crazy, dude.
There's like a lake, and he lives near that lake in like a bush, and he comes out at night to eat the trash that people don't eat from the cafeteria.
Oh god almighty.
But I love him. So I got my mom cameras for her house for her birthday last year.
Like security cameras?
Yeah, security cam.
Lord almighty.
Because she leaves the garage door open all the fucking time. And so I got security cameras, so if something or someone walks in, she knows, right?
Yeah.
And then same with our fence gate, because we've had people walk in the backyard before, just fucking, we don't know these people. Who the fuck are you? Why are you walking in my backyard?
So you got a fence gate.
Um, right. So we got a camera back there to see those people. And the camera back there is two raccoons that are lovers that frequent that fence gate and will show up on the cameras like almost every night. It's very cute.
The more you
Uh,
know.
yeah. So we have raccoons in the neighborhood that we know now. I think they stick around our house because we put cat food in the garage,
Oh.
and if the garage door is left open, they'll just come in and fucking snatch that shit.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
By the way, if you didn't know, this is the Mildly Profane Podcast. We can curse, we can say whatever the fuck we want, because actions speak louder than words, and we're not fucking terrorists. Uh,
What?
we're two idiots who have a podcast and think that we're above the world. Uh,
I do not think I'm the world. I got humbled very fucking fast, and I never really did think I was the world.
no, it's okay. We do just think that we're two comedians, though, and we're actually just not funny at all.
Yes, I'm absolutely hilarious. Don't at me. I make people chuckle, but it's probably not at my jokes. It's at my stupidity. But that's say close enough, right? Right.
My point proven. So in the last podcast, I don't think people know that you're a furry yet.
I am not a furry. Fuck you.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, I'm a
Anyway,
little bit of a furry. Fuck you. Okay, I have a fursona. Fuck you.
when is the fursuit gonna come out?
Oh God, no. Oh no, no.
Um,
I'm not doing any of that
when
shit.
when are you doing the fursuit reveal? I need to
I
know
don't have a fursuit.
because I need to mark that date on my calendar.
If I had a
Oh, are you
fursuit,
doing,
I would weave
doing it in a
Kevlar.
milestone?
I'd weave Kevlar into the fucking material of the suit, and it'd be a ballistic fursuit. So that
What's
way,
the
when someone tries to shoot up the
100
fucking
subscribers?
say again,
What's the milestone? Like 100 subscribers? Maybe two?
to do what? A
To
fursuit
release
reveal?
your fursuit.
The
Yeah.
fursuit that I don't have.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
got 6 grand laying around, plus like 10 grand. So you got 16 grand laying around. 6 grand for the suit, 10 grand for the fucking armor.
Bro, you could figure it out.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a reason why some furries just get like just the head made or like just the fucking
Yeah.
paws made and shit.
Listen, where there's a will, there's a way, and furries always find a way.
They do. Dog, I'm not even kidding. I would not be surprised with the amount of people that joke about shooting up furry conventions if like they dead ass started wearing armor under their shit. I would. Are you kidding me? If I pulled up to a furry convention, I'd have a fucking AK slung under there with my armor, right? And the second someone wants to try something, I just reach in my suit and fucking yank that shit out.
I wouldn't be surprised, but also I think it'd be hot as shit, dude. It's already
Dude, they
like
already
hot.
are oil. Like people don't.
I think you just die of heat.
Yeah, people don't realize like the amount of fucking the heat that is generated being in a suit like that. I've never been in one, thank God, but like, oh my God, it's bad. Fun fact,
Yeah.
right? One of the cooling vests that is used by the U.S. military and a couple, or like people who go really, really deep down into like caves, like the cave of crystals or whatever, where it's really hot down there because you're closer to the core or closer to the mantle and shit.
Yeah.
The cooling vest that they use was invented by a Danish, it was Danish or Dutch furry, because when they would go fur shooting, it'd be hot as shit, and so they created a cooling vest in order
Nice.
to that they like filled it with ice, and then you put it on, and that keeps you cool while you're in your fursuit.
As you do.
Yeah. There's also hollow like plates that are they're non-ballistic, but they're plates that you fill up with water and freeze and put into your fucking plate carrier, and those could keep you cool. Which is and now the only reason you have that is if you do exercise in your plate carrier, because like that much water in there is about the same weight as a plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have those. My dad has those. I do not. I have ceramic plates in mine.
Yeah.
Because I want to stop bullets, not stop heat stroke. I spent 4 months in Georgia in fucking way thicker body armor than whatever the fuck I have. I'll be fine.
Yeah. Have you ever considered going to a furry convention?
Yeah, multiple times. A lot of those, like, they're decent. Like, they're decent people. There's degenerates, obviously, like any, and you're always going to hear about the degenerates.
Yeah, as all
you're
hobbies
gonna
are.
hear, yeah, like it's like anything, right? You're gonna hear the fucking pizza comers and shit, and the fucking the yiffers or whatever the fuck they're called. Before, yeah, I know. Well, trust me, I know. I just want to fuck cartoon horses, not furries. Anyway. No, but like, so you're always gonna hear about those just like really off the wall ones, and then like the other 80% of the dude are just normal people who have a fucking interest, right?
Yeah.
I know more military furries than I know like furries that are like I know more military furries than I know furries that are super liberal. So
Is furry like a normal culture in the military?
furry,
Is that
brony, weeb, you name it. Anything that's like that has to do with like watching a show, like a fucking anime or like fucking ponies or just like things that might be a little weird that are considered like by the community very cute, right? Like furries are generally intended to be cute. Ponies are definitely very cute. I'm in that club. I fucking agree. But it's weird because you'll find a lot of first responders there because it's a very high stress job and they need something to take the stress off. That's why you also find a lot of alcoholics. That's why you also find a lot
people
of
in the
fucking.
military are just like
They just need to relieve their not relieve.
they just
like,
need weird hobbies.
they need to relieve their stress somehow, right?
Hey, I get it.
And I can't be. Look, I already jerk off enough. All right, I can't be fucking
Sometimes
just
you
doing
just
that
gotta
to
beat
relieve
your
it.
meat to a cartoon horse, and
Dog.
sometimes you exacerbate one too many times, and you realize
God.
you have a pretty weird kink.
Okay, no, I don't exacerbate. You satisfy one too many times because it's so hot, and then you're like, oh no, and then you
Oh, no!
and then you end up like me, and you beat your dick and also draw porn of My Little Pony characters.
Do you beat your dick and draw porn at the same time?
No, but I have stopped drawing to beat my dick.
So you draw a drawing that you are so pleased with that you pause, beat your meat, and then finish drawing?
Yeah, just once. I've done that just once. And it was really
Have you ever finished drawing completely, not pause drawing, but finished drawing completely, and then left to beat your meat?
yes.
Okay.
A couple times to the art that I just finished drawing. Look, you can tell when an artist is excessively aroused when they're fucking drawing something, right? The final product you can usually tell, right? Because they'll put extra work into just the little things in order to make it really work in their brain. So there'll just be the little things here and there, and it could be maybe there's really kinky, maybe there's some really dirty stuff, or maybe it's just like really really well detailed vanilla-ish stuff. Or I know a lot of people who are into excuse me, who are into public stuff. So they like being like naked in public or like without clothes in public, and they draw really, really detailed like public scenes. And then there's just like one character there. It's the main focus, obviously, but the character there just doesn't have fucking pants on, and it's like blushing and all that shit. It's there's a whole fucking community behind it, dude. It's like literally anything. And just a lot of people consider it weird. Yeah, like I'm not saying it's not. It's fucking
Yeah, I
weird.
mean, it's the
No, it's
kink.
weird as shit. Absolutely, it's a fucking kink. It's a fucking it's a fetish,
Yeah.
dude. But you know,
Don't kink hate, don't kink shame. I don't shame you. It's just a little weird.
Oh, I don't blame you at all. Like that shit is fucking weird as fuck, dude. I'm in the club and I agree it's also weird, but
Yeah.
it's no reason to fucking kill all the furries. It's like, damn, I have a different interest than you. That's crazy. I didn't ask. Also, come and try. I'll just fucking shoot you.
Oh, that leads us on to our next topic: the reign of Adolf Hitler.
And just like that, I'm canceled on Twitter. I can hear the twit longer being written.
I
already.
don't think I don't like Twitter. I had Twitter. I gave up Twitter. I don't like Twitter. I think Twitter is the worst.
There's multiple sides of Twitter. I very poignantly stay away from any sort of drama, any sort of cancel stuff, any kind of that thing.
Yeah.
I just post my shit, comment on other people's cute shit, like that type of stuff. Enjoy following the artists that are there, and then that's all, right? I post and here's the thing, I don't stay fucking PC or anything. I post pictures of me with guns and shit. I don't post hot takes or anything. I just this is what I'm doing. Like, and I was like, there's a picture of me holding my SKS, and I said I've acquired an SKS, and then I took a picture of some like these Russian Bakelite magazines that I have, and I said I got some magazines, and they're very obviously guns, and those should get just as many likes as my fucking pony art does. It's fucking weird.
My issue with it isn't like searching out or like trying not to like stay away from it, from like that kind of toxic culture on Twitter. It's the fact that if you get big enough, it's inevitable that it will find you,
Okay.
Like it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I have 391 followers.
That I don't like.
Yeah, I got like 300 and almost 400 followers, and I have like I get where you're coming from with the whole they're just gonna fucking like it's gonna find you, right? You're gonna get canceled at one point.
It's an inevitability of time, and like I know that I can handle it. Like I take it very well. Like I'll get hate on my TikTok all the time. My TikTok's been doing really well, and I'll get hate on that all the time from people who don't know what they're talking about. They're children. They don't know fucking shit.
Yep.
And so it doesn't matter to me. But then there's other people that it really does hurt and it does affect, and it's for those people that I'm like, dude, why?
Yeah, I can understand that. It's like some people don't take things the same way other people do. Like
shit. Like Tommy Innit's like a 16-year-old fucking kid, and Twitter's out here trying to cancel him because he made a video with Jay Schlatt.
Oh,
like excuse me?
Oh my god, that shit makes me laugh my fucking ass. Schlatt is just simply does not care.
I know.
He's
Schlatt is uncancelable because Schlatt doesn't fucking care. I mean, it's the same shit with us. We make a fucking podcast where we can say whatever the fuck we want because we don't care. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't
like
care.
we're not actively trying to hurt anyone. We're not, doing anything like that. And so in our head, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm not saying shit that fucking will like lose me a job. I'm not fucking saying slurs, right?
Yeah. And so, like, it really doesn't matter. But, like, if somebody fucking made a video with us or, like, fucking collaborated with us, and then somebody found this podcast and was like, hey, let's fucking cancel this person because they talked with these people. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I can definitely see where that comes from. But frankly, I don't understand. I understand that it's how someone feels, but I personally do not understand how the fuck you can even listen to what the fuck people like that like say to you. I had someone leave. I had someone leave a nasty comment on one of my drawings, and it was another brony, and they were just like, "I don't like your art," and I was like, "Okay, block me. I don't give a shit." 400. There's 400 of other people who think otherwise, so like I really could fucking care less. What do you? Can't cancel me, right? Go right ahead. This guy has guns in here. Okay. I am completely within my legal rights.
Yeah, exactly.
Your moral high ground does not affect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
But no, like it's not really a thing where like I'm afraid of getting cancer or anything like that. I think it's just a toxic culture over there. I
Yeah,
think obviously like there's a toxic culture in every environment,
absolutely.
and like
Twitter's is
no
just
matter
talked about a
where,
lot because it's big.
yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know why it seems like Twitter is like the place where people will just go to fucking shit on you, dude. That's like where cancel culture originates.
Yep.
But it's like it's everywhere. No matter where you go, you're always going to have your good fans and your bad fans. You know, no matter how many people leave hate comments, they're still watching your shit.
Yep.
You know?
They're still looking at your shit. You're still getting exposure, and whether it's
Yeah,
notorious or fucking famous, it doesn't really matter.
exactly. You know, shit. You're still making me money.
Yeah, no cap.
Just by listening to this podcast or watching a video, you
Yeah,
know,
we're
you're.
not fucking making any money doing this shit, dog.
Oh yeah,
The
no
government is
can.
paying me 17 cents an hour, dog, but I work 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I think I worked it out. It was like $3 an hour, but every
I mean,
hour.
I make 19 bucks an hour, 40 hours a week. Most usually more. If I get more than 40 hours, it's overtime though.
Not bad. Good shit. Is it still considered part time or is it full time?
It's full time.
Good shit.
I'm a
19 grand.
manager, so I have to be full time
Yeah.
technically. Um, I have a quota or I just can't be a manager.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, well, if I'm gonna pull up to your Walgreens and buy KY jelly, can I get a discount?
You can. I can get you 10% off. Or if you show up, actually, you know what, dude? I'll send you my details because you can use my discount without me being there at any Walgreens. And
Yo,
you use it on the 26th, bro, and you'll get 40% off.
bruh, I just need to pull up and do that shit. I
Yeah.
bought. I went to the fucking. I needed. Here's story time. The other day, I was off post, so I had left. It was during lunch. We were cut loose for the day, so we didn't have to do anything else. We didn't go back to work. It was like fucking 1100 hours. It was like a middle of the fucking day, right before lunch, and I wanted to go get a hamburger. We have this little food truck, and it's called the Best Hamburger. It's just right down the fucking road once you leave the gate, and it is fucking delicious. But it's cash only, which is totally fine, right? But it's a good ass damn hamburger. It comes in like a brown
Yeah.
paper bag. When you ask for the drink, it's a can of Coke, right?
Nice.
And the fries and the burger is fucking good. It's like it's not
A
like
burger wrapped
it's
in aluminum foil or something.
yeah, no, it's wrapped in like the fucking wax paper, not wax paper, but like
Oh,
that
nice.
kind of shit, parchment paper.
You know it's homemade when it's wrapped in like aluminum foil or wax paper.
Yeah, that shit is fucking good, and it's just
Or
like
fuck-
they bought it from like Costco or some shit. But like
Yeah.
the meat is like the patty's like a ground beef that they formed into a patty, right? It's not like a fucking
Yeah.
pre-made, prepackaged or anything. Maybe they pre-make them, right? But it's like a legit ground beef,
Right.
and it's
But
like
that's how you know
some.
you're getting good food, dude. Because
Yep.
that shit, you know
Oh
that they
yeah.
put thought and time into that food. You know you're getting good shit.
Yep. And then the buns are just standard food service buns, but they don't really need to be anything more because all the
Yeah.
flavor is in the burger because there's different.
Right,
They
dude.
they
I don't
season
fucking
the
care if
shit
you
out of it.
go and get some Hostess fucking hamburger buns, dude.
Yeah, man.
You know? It's the meat I'm after if I'm
Yep.
eating a burger. I don't care about, well, unless it's a pretzel burger. I don't care
Yeah.
about what bread it's on, you
Yeah.
know?
Now the bread will make a difference, but
Oh, yeah.
majority of the
I
time,
don't want a soggy loaf,
yeah.
but, you know, I'm not eating a burger for the bread.
No. I'm eating the burger for the meat and for the fucking shit that's in the middle, right?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. But the fries are hand cut. They have one of those fucking cutting machines, and they just use like
Hostess, yeah.
russet potatoes, fucking cooked up, seasoned to shit, and they fucking serve that shit to you on a brown paper bag with a little bit of a grease stain on it, right?
They got the
Oh.
kid in the back that's being punished and is peeling the potatoes.
No, well, so it's a food truck, so it's really small. And the guy who fucking came out to take my order, you basically pull up and then you stop, and then a dude will come out with a pad and take your order, and then he'll come back and he'll bring you your shit, right? And then
Nice.
so it's like a fucking like 20-year-old black guy black kid who comes up and no, he's younger. He was like 16. Comes up, takes my order. Super nice dude. It's fucking awesome, right? But it's like crazy because like I think the guy who owns and runs it is Hispanic, and then he's just got a whole bunch of different employees who like help him out. But it's so damn good, cash only, as I said. But so I wanted
you know what? But you know why cash only is actually good for small businesses? Because fucking cards, in order to take cards, at least like credit and debit cards,
it's like royalty
you
or
have
something,
to
right?
pay a fee. It's like a percent of it's like 3% or something like that of every single purchase, and it's like they'd have to raise their prices or they'd have to pay it out of pocket, which most businesses will pay it out of pocket, and it's like that costs them so much money in the long run. It's cheaper for them just to do cash only, and then if people don't want to do that, you just don't serve them.
Yeah, and this place is still there, so it's clearly still in business.
Right. If it's good food, people are going to seek it out no matter what, and they will pay whatever payment method you choose, you know?
Yeah. And a lot of food trucks do the whole like iPad fucking tap thing and all that, and that obviously is still a percentage of your thing. But usually with those, it takes it right out, so it doesn't need you like you don't even see the money that you're losing, and that's a better way to do it. Like if you're, it's more convenient, and if the convenience of taking card, like you pay for the convenience. So if you're very popular, fucking everyone really likes your food, right? And you get enough people, then you can go, okay, I'm gonna pay by card, right? That'll make more people come, and then I won't even have to worry about raising my prices because I'll have enough customers that it's not an issue, right? It's business. There's just a lot that goes into it. There's no one true way to do business. There's a reason why business models are fucking a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got a small business, right? And so I have a Square terminal, which is one of those like little card readers. I've got one, and so when I use it, if I take card payments, like any debit or credit payments, then I have to pay a percentage. I'm not only paying the card companies, but I'm also paying Square.
Yeah.
Because they take like a percentage of it. But it's like that is a cost that I take into account. And so if people are using card, then I'm like, okay, well, I need to charge you an extra, so and so percent because you're using a credit card. And they're usually understanding about that. They're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm like, or you can go and get some cash and it'll just be the flat rate fee,
Yeah. That's the whole there will be like when you're at the Ren Fair or whatever, and there's like there'll be a so and so extra charge when using card.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, and, you don't notice it as the customer. It's just whatever. So.
Yeah. Right. When you go to Louis Pizza, because Louis is not a big chain. It's got like 2 restaurants, dude. If you go there, they tell you, if you're going to use card, you have to pay an extra percentage for that card fee. And it's like, okay, people will do it anyways. Yeah. Because they want the food. If it's good food, people are going to pay whatever the fuck you're charging for it.
Yeah, and excuse my fucking millennial or my Gen Z lingo, but Louis is fucking bussin'.
It is, dude. I fucking love Louis, dude. I mean, yeah, like shit. They charge like fucking $5 for a box of bread, but I'd fucking pay like $10 for that. That's good bread.
Yeah, I'd pay like $8 for it. And that's just because
I don't know,
it's bread.
man.
I mean, it's good bread, but still, you do get a lot of bread too.
Yeah, you got a whole box of bread. I mean, I'd like a little more bread for $10, but
So that's why I'd be like 8 would be a decent price. But anyway, we're going on about business models. We need to get back to the thing I was trying to say. So I needed cash, and I didn't have any. I still have some Romanian money in my wallet, and I joke about how like I have Romanian money, I can pay with that, right? It's really funny. So
yeah,
I also remembered like absentmindedly, I need lube, right? Like I have sex toys. I'm a fucking leave me alone, right? I don't have any bad dragons actually. Though we're not getting into that. We'll get into that after. So I need some lube, and I have this fucking shit I got online, this Adam and Eve shit. It works pretty well. It's just very, very slippery, which is good when you're fucking doing.
That's
when you're trying to use a flesh. Yeah, when you're trying to use a fleshlight, you really want it to be like you can spit on it and that'll work. But like, holy fuck.
Oh no! Don't.
You can, no, absolutely.
It works for about 30 seconds, man.
Yeah, but it works. It's infinite.
If you
As long
got
as
a
you drink
lot
water.
of liquid, in
Yeah, but anyway, so I was like, all right, I've never tried like straight up KY, right? So I was like, all right, I'll get some fucking KY jelly. So I walked into this fucking CVS, right? That's just down the road. And by the way, I was in uniform.
Oh, yeah.
So I like the whole time I'm in uniform doing this. Walked straight over to the fucking sexual wellness section. Sat there, looked at it for a minute, grabbed the bottle of fucking KY, walked right over to the register, set it on the thing, just looked at them. And they were like, all right, is this all you're going to need? And I was like, yeah, can I get like cash back? And they were like, yeah, just select that on the thing, all this. And they were like, yeah, so like, did the wife ask you for this or something? And I just went, no. And I picked it up and walked out. I'd finished paying. Like, Leslie was like, so your wife wanted you to come get this or something for you? And I was like, no. And I just left. And they were like, oh. It was fucking hilarious.
You know, the older you get, the less awkward it is to go and buy sexual wellness products. You know, fucking condoms or lube or sex toys, whatever. The older you get, the less awkward it is. I mean, I remember being in high school, and I did not want to buy a box of condoms. I felt so awkward doing it.
But
I'm like,
didn't I have to? No, you did it. There was somebody else that I walked in and bought them for him because my mother had me go in and buy condoms to show like it's whatever, right? When I was like 15, and so I just walked in there and just acted normal, and the guy did not give a shit, right?
Oh yeah, dude, your fucking clerk. I work retail. Your fucking clerk does not care. You know, they might
not get paid enough to care.
Look at it. They might make a comment about it, but they don't fucking care. They're not gonna remember it tonight when they go home. They're not gonna go, oh, this kid fucking bought a box of condoms. No, it's the kids that buy Plan B that get me. No.
Well, yeah, I'm like, when you work in retail like that, I've never really worked in retail. I've done similar jobs in the army where like you have to like serve people, but not retail style, right? But the big thing is you remember the weird shit. So you don't remember the dude that goes and buys a box of condoms. You remember the dude that goes and buys 27 fucking soap bars.
I remember people who look weird, if I'm being completely honest.
It's like Walmart.
Because some people, they walk in looking completely disheveled. And I don't think they're homeless, but maybe they are. I try not to judge them. You know, I serve them just as well as I would serve any other customer, except for the Karens. I don't serve the Karens. But, you know, if you walk into my store looking completely disheveled, like you've just gone through the ringer, I'm just going to expect that you hit rock bottom and Karen took the kids. But I'm still going to serve you, and I'm still going to give you the best respect that I can, but I'm going to recognize, you know? And it's those people that come in multiple times, those reoccurring customers, that really get to me. And I'm like, oh, well, I know you. You know, you're my regular, whatever. Yeah. You know? Those people I know. And I start to recognize the things that they're buying and things like that. And I'll make comments and try to recommend things just to serve them better, you know?
Yeah.
But that's just
customer service.
The etiquette of working retail, you know?
Exactly. And a lot of people...
If you're a kid buying a box of condoms, I don't fucking care how young you are. There's no age, you know... There's no minimum age to buy a box of condoms, and there's a reason for that. Mm-hmm. I encourage you to buy a box of condoms if you're a kid. If you are, you know, looking at or, you know, thinking about having sexual encounters, I encourage you to do that because I'd rather you be safe than sorry.
Yep. Although
I'd rather you be a kid buying a box of condoms than buying a box of Plan B, you know?
And don't be grooming kids here, Nate. Be careful. So.
Oh no! Oh God, no! I'm not encouraging that, but I am encouraging safe sex. I'm not encouraging you to go out and have sex at a young age. That is not what I am saying. I do not encourage that. However, I know that it's inevitable to happen because you know
it's
shit.
Dude, I did that shit. I was fucking. That's how it is. It's when you're young. Like it's when we say young, we don't mean like fucking 6 or 7, right? Which,
no,
and now that said, a 6 or 7-year-old absolutely is completely within their legal and like moral, I guess, rights to go and buy them. But like,
oh yeah,
there's no like, what are you doing at 7? You're not developed,
right?
Fuck?
What's the point?
13, 14? Okay, right. Like, I'm by no means am I condoning.
you start to get those hormones, and you start to get
Yeah,
you know
that's just part of fucking growing up,
right.
right? But
Um, it's an inevitability, and it feels like it's happening younger and younger every year.
oh my god.
But not that I encourage it again, but I would rather people be safe than sorry.
Yep. I 100% agree.
Only fools don't wrap their tools. Remember that, kids.
Yeah. Unless you're me and you're stupid.
Exactly, fools.
I don't.
Uh,
Excuse me.
but no, like people aren't gonna judge you.
No.
Honestly.
No. Nobody is. The only people who are judging you for that are the people who are insecure about it themselves.
Exactly,
Right.
dude.
And I'll freely admit,
And
like,
the
not.
older you get, the more you're gonna realize that. I mean, you and
Yeah.
I are full adults
Yeah, we are
now.
by no means
And
old, but we are definitely
oh no,
older, and our brains are by
right.
no means developed all the way. But
Oh no, no, God, no. But we are adults,
yeah, we're adults.
and it is one of those things where we are comfortable speaking about it. We can talk about it. We
Yeah.
can joke about it. It is a comfortable thing for us now. But fucking a couple years ago, that was not the case. It was much different.
Well, for you maybe, but remember, I had my
I mean,
mother.
yeah, we could talk about sex and things like
Yeah,
that.
well, it's one
But
thing when you're talking with your boys. It's another when it's like, you're talking clinically about it with other people
oh
around,
yeah,
or like
you
talking
know,
to a girl about it. That's always scary. I can nowadays, like, I just
exactly.
fucking, I walk up to Amber and I ask her about her period just because I'm curious about shit, right? And she
Right.
doesn't give a fuck. She's a medical professional. She'll just fucking clinically tell me about shit, and I'm like, oh, okay, right. It's not awkward to us, right?
Yeah. I mean, and shit, like the first time I went out and bought a fucking bottle of lube, dude, that shit was awkward as hell. I know people aren't judging. I know people don't fucking care. I know that there is like 10 people that came in before me and bought a bottle of lube. But shit, it did not feel good.
No. Yeah,
But now,
and you didn't
I
do it in
walk in
uniform.
any store I want and buy a fucking bottle of lube. I don't fucking care. I'll buy it at my store.
Yeah, there you go.
Shit. The people will look at me. They know me. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, dude, I'm getting it tonight.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people, like, who's like, they're buying a bottle of lube. You know what I'm assuming when I see someone buy a bottle of lube? I'm like, damn, they're getting some fucking action tonight, right?
Right.
And then
He
it's
is
the fun
some
game.
fucking-
The fun game to play is, all right, is he getting girl action or dude action? You gotta, like, look at him and kind of
Or-
like judge, right?
/ silicone action.
Yeah, man, right? You have to like it's totally profiling, right? And like, yeah, I never actually voiced this to the person, but I'm always like, are they gay? Are they bi? Like, what are they? What's their deal? I gotta find out, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, like, I think everyone does that where they're like, they're trying to figure you out.
Yeah,
Obviously nobody ever gets the full story until they actually talk to you.
yeah.
But like, you can usually figure it out pretty dang well.
You can't figure everything out, but you can figure a lot of things
Oh,
out for
no.
sure.
There are like some gender fluid people. I can't.
Yeah.
I rarely can figure out gender fluid people because that's kind of the thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. It's like ambiguous, right?
Right, exactly. It's one of those ambiguous things where it's like, oh, well, I fully respect you and
Yeah.
whatever, whatever gender or whatever.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
yeah. I give a fuck
But
what you're
I'm
fucking
still
identify
trying to
as.
figure it out.
Yeah,
It's just like the human puzzle solving part of my brain, I guess.
Absolutely. Oh, I'm right there with you, dude. Like, I give a fuck what you want to identify as. That's not gonna bother. As long as you respect me for like my beliefs and such, even if you don't agree, I give a fuck what you want to do, dude. Right?
Oh yeah, dude. Like, absolutely. I fully, as long as you respect me, I respect you.
Yeah.
And no matter what pronouns or whatever you choose to identify as, or no matter your kinks or your hobbies or whatever, I don't fucking care. If you're a good human being, then I'm going to treat you with the respect.
Amen. Yep. If you're a piece of shit, I'm gonna treat you like a fucking piece of shit.
Exactly, dude. The fucking, I don't care if a fucking furry walks into my store. I'm gonna treat them with the best fucking respect that I can give them. But the moment that I don't fucking care who you are. If you turn into a fucking Karen and you start telling me how to do my job or why I'm doing my job wrong, that's when you lose my respect, and that's when you become a piece of shit, and I don't treat you like a normal human being.
Yeah, I completely agree. When you
You
start
know, shit.
when you start stepping on other people's like area unwarranted, right? It's one thing if it's like the guy at like whoever you're talking to does not know what they're doing, like legitimately does not know what they're
Oh
doing.
yeah.
That's one thing,
I
right?
mean,
That's not
like a
not an excuse
kid
to be a
in
cunt,
training.
but still,
Yeah, a kid's in training, and you're trying to give them constructive criticism. I
yeah,
understand, but I've been a manager for months now, and you're telling me how to do my job. You're telling me that you don't need to, so when you do returns, you have to give me your ID. I need your ID. I cannot move forward without your ID. And you're trying to tell me you don't need to give me your ID? How do you know that? You know?
like,
Fucking shit, dude.
damn, I guess you're not gonna get the shit returned. You're not getting your money back
Right.
later.
Exactly. That's pretty much what happened. Is like, well, I will not move forward with this transaction until you give me your ID. And they're like, well, I don't need you to give me my ID. And I'm like, then this transaction is over and you can leave. Goodbye.
Fucking absolute gamer.
Because I have the right to deny service to anyone I see fit, and all of my associates do.
Yeah.
If you feel uncomfortable with a customer, if they're just giving you sketchy vibes, you can just tell them to leave or deny them service, walk away, and have someone else take care of
Yeah,
them.
it's a
That's
private
fine.
business. Like, no, don't get me
Exactly.
wrong. I don't necessarily condone it. Like I don't necessarily condone the whole idea of you looked at me weird once, so I'm not going to serve you, right? Like that's just a bad practice, right?
Right. I don't think you should profile people, but if you are like,
I would rephrase that
if
to
the
don't.
person is
I would rephrase that to don't make your actions follow your profile. You can profile people all you want, but as long as you treat them the same, that's different.
yeah, but like if a person is staring at you, like stalkerishly staring at you the entire time,
Yeah.
and that makes you feel uncomfortable, then I'm
Oh yeah.
okay with you walking into the office and sitting there until that person leaves.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Shit like that.
You
Totally
know,
fine.
I value the comfort of my employees more than the comfort of my customers, because my customers can still get care from someone else.
Yeah, you're not like the only one
I'll
there.
take care of if one of my employees is sketched out by a fucking customer, they decide to leave, and then I'll take them. I'll take care of them. I'll check them out. Shit,
Yeah.
they're still being taken care of, but the comfort of my employees comes first.
Yep.
You know, and my comfort too. If it's the same thing with me. If I'm sketched out by someone, then I'm gonna fucking leave, dude.
Yeah. And
I'm not gonna.
that whole mindset of it's not always the customer is so
Yeah,
foreign to a lot of older people.
right. It's so crazy. Like, you don't have a right to be in a private business. It is not your right to be there.
Yeah.
The
You're
private
taking
business
advantage of their
holds the
service.
right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. The private business holds the right to give service or deny service to anyone they want.
For any reason.
Right, exactly. You know, there's the old fucking no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Mhm.
That came around because surfers were coming into businesses, just after they were surfing and getting the shop dirty and things like that. And so the businesses on the beach put up signs that said no shoes, no shirt, no service. They were fully within their rights to do that
Absolutely.
because they were messing up their shop, and they decided, hey, if you're not going to wear shoes, if you're not going to come in here like a respectable human being, then I'm not going to serve you.
Yep.
And I'm not saying if you're a surfer dude you're not a respectable human being, but I'm
Yeah.
saying if you're going into shops and destroying it, then you're not a respectable human being.
Yeah. And once again, this all of the whole denial of service, like service type thing, is all just business practice. Who you choose to serve, who you choose to
Yeah,
not serve, right? There's some businesses that don't give a
right.
shit and serve everybody, regardless, right? There's some that are very
Exactly.
stingy about it and only serve specific amount of types of people. People who like very,
Yeah,
very high level investment
I
firms and
mean,
shit have
go
requirements for their
into
service. You need to have this
yeah
much
go
stuff.
into a Lamborghini dealership.
Yep.
It is incredibly hard to get into the Lamborghini club
Mm-hmm.
or the Ferrari club, you know? you cannot just go into one of those places disheveled and get full treatment from them.
Yeah. Your social appearance matters.
Oh yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
now
And
that
they
said,
have
that's
no right to do that.
yeah, the days of
But
like you have a tattoo, I'm not gonna fucking serve you are long gone.
oh yeah, right. And that's another thing is like it changes with the times. It's not like, you know, every place is always going to be this way. But, the times that we're in now, like 10 years ago, if you didn't walk into one of these high class restaurants wearing business formal, then you wouldn't get in. You wouldn't get your food.
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, you walk in business casual and they'll serve you just fine because the times have changed
Yep.
and things will always change. Nowadays, you can walk down on the beach and walk into whatever restaurant you want with no shoes or no shirt and you'll get served.
Yep.
Just don't be a shitty human being.
Yeah. If I found that if you, it's less the clothes you wear. That obviously makes like that is a thing. But if you just act respectable, like a decent person, you can have blood on you and people will be fine. Like, obviously, they're going to be like, are you fucking okay? But if you're like, hey, no, this is what happened, such and such, I just haven't had a chance to do this yet. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
right.
Like,
Exactly. Just it's all about like a respect thing and just trying to be a good person.
it's social interaction. It's like anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like I try my best to judge people based off of the content of their character and not based off the way they look. Obviously, there's like subconscious things where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to stay away from this person subconsciously because of the way they look.
Yeah, and profiling is still a useful tool. You just have to
Oh yeah,
be
absolutely.
sure not
But
to act on your profiled assumptions. Act on the
yeah,
actual, like, actually what you
exactly.
see.
Yeah, it's okay to get sketched out by people, but that doesn't mean that it's okay to treat them like they're garbage because of the way they look.
Yeah.
They're not. No human is garbage.
No.
Um,
No.
some humans
Well,
do some humans do some garbage things that make them seem like garbage.
I would definitely say I've been over this before, but like my highest punishment, like that I think should exist, would just be fucking kill someone, right? Like a lot of people go on about. I know that sounds very like whack on out of left field, but like a lot of people go on about like, torture child pedophiles and shit like that. It's like no, just fucking kill them, right? I don't want to fucking,
The death penalty.
how does fucking torturing someone make you any better than the person you're torturing? What? Because you have the moral high ground, right? You're still performing
Yeah.
actions that are designed to inflict pain upon another human being.
And I mean, like, the whole fucking pedophilia thing is a whole different topic. It's a whole different animal in itself.
Absolutely, but they're still a person.
Right, they are still a person.
Piece of shit, but still a person.
That is definitely a garbage thing, I do not respect those people.
Not at all.
And they will never get my respect from, they will never get my respect.
No, they'll get a fucking, they'll probably end up eating a fucking bullet if I had the fucking way my way. I don't give a shit if you're exploring it in a safe fucking thing. That's just not okay.
Well, I don't think you should explore it, period. I don't think
shouldn't be explored.
You should, right. Yeah, I don't think that that's an okay thing to even think about. That's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. And this is somewhat kink shaming, I'd say, but like that's not.
No, that's
like
not a
rape.
kink.
That's like fucking straight rape, right? It's one thing if it's like a fucking in a scene, like in a role play, right? And that's the same for like DDLG shit, right? I don't like that's okay. That's one thing, right? It's another if you're actually going out and fucking a child. No, no, absolutely. I don't give a fuck if they're okay with it. Absolute no go.
No, absolutely not. You cannot. A child cannot give consent to an adult.
And an animal can't give consent or anything. As much as I joke about fucking horses, I would never actually fuck a horse.
No. Yeah, no. That's a just a disgusting thing that only disgusting human beings do.
Yeah, absolute no go.
But yeah, no. Like, if you're just it doesn't matter. The way you look doesn't matter to me.
No.
And I know that it's you know, a subconscious thing. It's been over millennia since the human race has been around. It has been ingrained in us evolutionarily to judge people, judge anything really
It's a
based
survival
off of the
instinct.
right. It's exactly because you know there are certain ways that predators look, and it's our job to identify predators and to not die from them,
Yeah, no cap.
and to identify prey and kill prey. You know
Yeah.
that is human instinct that has been ingrained in us since the very beginning of the humans.
Yep.
You know, it's like it goes back to like the uncanny valley effect. You know,
Yep.
if a human sees something that looks very close to a human that is not a human, instinct is kill that fucker because they are a threat.
Yeah. That's just
You
how it
know?
is.
Exactly. You know, I got the uncanny valley effect from my Alexa.
Hmm.
Hold on, I have to stop talking or she's gonna think I'm talking to her.
Shut up, bitch.
Alexa,
Shut the
stop.
fuck up, a stupid ass bitch. Just kill her. Just fucking kill her. End her goddamn fucking life.
Hold on.
Sorry, that's the very aggressive fucking shit right there.
I'm turning it off.
Fucking stupid ass bitch.
Anyway, so it happened a little while back with my Alexa because I have a routine where if I say goodnight, then she'll say goodnight back, she'll put on thunderstorm sounds, and she'll do like my nightly routine.
Oh, very good.
And one night, this fucking bitch, this robot, yawned at me. And I got a really bad uncanny valley effect from this fucking robot yawning at me. It's like, you are a robot. Why are you trying to act like a human? There's a difference between a human voice and, you know, trying to emanate a human personality and actually doing human things to replicate it, you know? Breathing is an inherent human thing, and that is what causes yawning.
Yep.
It is your body trying to catch up with your breathing because you forget to breathe, and so you yawn to catch your breath. A robot does not breathe.
Speaking of yawning.
So why the fuck is this bitch yawning?
Because it's attempting to make itself more human, so that way it can be more relatable.
Exactly.
So that way you can keep paying.
And it's that.
Keep paying the Zuck or the Bezos to fucking, you know.
Yeah. It's that where the robot is trying to emulate being human that turns it very quickly turns the switch into the uncanny valley effect where it goes from cute, okay, you're a nice assistant, you know, whatever,
Yep.
to I'm gonna fucking throw this thing out a window because that is scary.
There's a reason why I don't have one.
Yeah.
And the joke is like it's my fucking government surveillance device. My fucking phone is my government surveillance device. There's a reason why when I say some fucking sus shit, and I don't mean sus like gay, I mean sus like holy fuck, that's like racist or whatever. Not necessarily racist. I immediately go, I'm fucking joking because I know that some dipshit is fucking listening to me probably in the NSA who's like, write that down, write that shit down, right?
Why the fuck would a government pay billions of dollars to make absolutely microscopic chips to put in your body to track you when you carry one in your pocket every single day of your life?
Honestly. Like that shit is
that is
so easy to hack.
Resources and money. And your information is sold anyways, and you consent to it.
Mm-hmm. Every time that you hit OK on the fucking
exactly. When you read terms of service, you are consenting to them taking your data.
Yep.
And yeah, it may be a scary thing, but like that is the reality of today's society.
Yeah.
But I kid you not, after that night, and I fucking got so upset about it, and I was talking to Kendall about it. I'm like, this bitch just fucking yawned at me. And we were talking about it. It has not happened again since.
They know.
She fucking learned quick.
It wasn't Alexa that yawned at you. It was the FBI agent who was listening in and accidentally unmuted his mic.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So I'm going back through the very first podcast's fucking topics, and 40% of them are just stupid as shit. Bullshit yard work when we were going on about how we thought it was all stupid. I go back to that and I'm like,
oh my god, yeah.
I go back and I look at that and I'm like, I give a fuck. Nowadays I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'll go out and do yard work. That's just a good workout.
Oh yeah.
Back then I was like, this shit is so stupid. Now I'm like,
nowadays yard work is nothing compared to actual work.
Oh, it's so true.
I go and do yard work to relax.
I was about to say yard work takes fucking a couple hours, and then I feel really good about myself. Right. I got some shit taken care of, right?
Do I like it when it's hot? No. But on a cool day where there's a little bit of overcast, dude, I'll go and do some fucking yard work.
Absolutely, I'll put up a fence and that shit. That's just busting. Remember when I had you come over and we put up the fucking fence railing?
Yeah, we put up your fucking railing on your porch.
Yeah, that shit was busting, dude.
Yeah. Right. And then you have something that you can look back on and go, hey, I did that.
Yeah, it's astounding how in fucking 4 years just how much our brains have grown and how much we've changed over that.
I know, it's so fucking crazy.
I am just as much as a fucking meme demon as I was back then, but
yeah,
I'm a lot less ironically offensive for the sake of being offensive. Now I'm just offensive because I have very strong beliefs.
We have matured, in fact, in the past years.
Yeah, and I found that maturity is less not acting quote acting like a kid or acting goofy or whatever. No. It's just knowing when and where, and it's how you see things. It's less how you act and more how you see things and how you act in reaction to that.
Right, exactly. Maturity is more wisdom and knowing how to use that wisdom, you know?
Yeah.
Use anecdotal evidence. Because you've been around so long, you can use that anecdotal evidence from your own life and from your friend's life that's like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Exactly, right?
Maybe I should do this here, you know?
Yeah, and the people, like when you're doing something or goofing off, right, and you say something stupid, like your mom, I do that a lot, right? And then I hear someone and they're like, grow up. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Just because you don't know how to have fun doesn't mean that I don't know how to have fun. And I am happy. I have a stable relationship, a stable job, and I'm happy with what I'm doing, right? I mean, it's not the best job in the world. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm going to reclass and do something else. But
there is a difference between growing up and gaining maturity.
Yeah, I'm like, go fuck yourself, grow up. Just because your idea of what maturity is differs from mine doesn't mean that I don't have it.
Somebody who says grow up is jaded by society.
Yeah, unless it's in those fucking memes, the one that's like, no, it's not burnt, grow up, and then the guy who's duetting it, it's fucking ancient. That shit is fucking funny as shit. I laugh my goddamn ass off.
Somebody who is judging you and using grow up to insult you is just jaded.
On God.
That is someone who has
no idea how to have fun.
Right, exactly. They've kind of lost that ability.
Yep.
And it's sad, but it's also just don't be a dick. You know, it all boils down to don't be a dick. Yep. How hard is that?
It's fucking
For some people, very fucking hard.
Yeah.
For a normal human being, that's not very hard.
Now, that said, there's time and a place.
Some people, right. You know, it all depends on the environment you grow up in, and I understand this. Some people just have that environment that they grow up in, and they just kind of become a dick, and that's not their fault. But there is ways to unlearn that.
Yeah, it is absolutely within your control to whether you be a dick or not.
It is about that is another thing where it comes to maturity. It is about having the willpower to outgrow that and to unlearn those bad habits.
Yep.
Just don't be a dick.
It may not be your fault that you grew up in the environment that occurred in. It is absolutely your fault that you adopted it.
Exactly. It is your fault for choosing to stay that way.
Yep.
It may not be your fault that you became the way you are, but it is your fault for choosing to stay that way.
Absolutely. Man, you should change the fucking name to the Mildly Profound Podcast.
I know, right? This episode has actually been like pretty good. I'm actually impressed with the topics that we've had and the discussion that we've had over the
Yeah.
past hour.
Yeah, and I'm surprised
Like,
you're like, I don't think I'm gonna do an hour in the morning, in the beginning, and then suddenly here we are, an hour and a minute in, living the dream.
I did get a second win about a couple,
like half an hour ago, roughly.
Yeah, like a little while ago, I got a second win because we were talking, and it really got my brain going, and we really started moving.
Yeah,
chugging along in today's podcast.
I absolutely love shit like this, just like talking like this.
Yeah,
deep.
That's another thing that I've gained growing up, is that I've gained like the use of podcasts. I listened to the Misfits podcast when we first started working together back in like 2018.
Yep.
I started listening to the Misfits podcast. I would listen to them on my way to work. But then I stopped listening to podcasts for a long time. Now I listen to them while I'm at work. If I'm doing something that doesn't require me to listen to other people, I'll just listen to podcasts.
Yep.
And it is an amazing thing because you're gaining knowledge while you're working. I can listen to podcasts, I can listen to audiobooks, I can do whatever, and I'm gaining that knowledge while I'm working.
Yeah, I listened to
thing.
I listened to Solitary Confinement when that was still a thing. Nothing. Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. And now I listen to Chuckle Sandwich.
Yeah, I listened to. So I finished. Let's see. I finished Distractable. I finished the Misfits podcast. I'm all caught up with Distractable, and I'm all caught up with Safety Third. And now I am listening to Creature Talk, which is an old podcast. I'm talking 2013 old.
Oh shit.
Well, 10 years old. In fact, the podcast itself is over 10 years old, but the episodes I'm on now are almost 10 years old. And this channel they don't even make content. They haven't made content in 5 years, but this was a channel that I grew up with. And now I listen to it, and the people are my age in the time that these episodes are recorded. And I'm like, oh my God, I have so much of a deeper understanding of what they're saying now that, I am that age.
Absolutely.
It's like, holy shit, dude. Like when I was a kid, I didn't understand most of the things that I was saying, or that they were saying. I was like, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's a cool take on this video game. And now I listen to it and it's like, wow, that is a really interesting thing that I wouldn't have thought about, or, shit like that. And it's like all because of that maturity and that wisdom that I've gained from just being on the planet,
Absolutely.
It is so crazy, and it has really been a good experience listening to podcasts at work.
Yeah.
Just listening to podcasts in general, and I would highly recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, if you listened all the way to the end, which we are coming up to,
yep.
Then you already probably are a podcast listener.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't really recommend it to you, but if you are just if you are just getting into listening to podcasts, I do highly recommend it, and I think that it is an incredible experience that you should definitely continue with.
When we were leaving Romania, this is when I was listening to podcasts a lot. We had to all our gear, all our shit had to get like scrubbed down, like every trace of dirt, dust, debris, everything had to be off of them, like every trace. Like, those jokes where it's like, I'm gonna make you scrub the floor with a fucking toothbrush. It was like that. Like, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
There was so much shit, and it was our weapons, it was our like optic systems, it was our mounts, so it was like bipods that had been stuffed in the dirt, had to get scrubbed down. Like, it was any electronic shit, we had to open it up and fucking make sure there was no dust in there. It was just, oh my god, it was horrible, right? And we, as the platoon that I'm in an HHC battalion, or a fucking HHC company, and so the platoon that I happen to be in as part of that has the most equipment. We just have a fuck ton, right? And so it took us, and there's like fucking 35 of us, and it took us like 4 straight days, right?
I bet.
And while I was doing that, thank God we were allowed to like listen to some music. So I had my headphones, right? My drunken pair of headphones that I say drunken because I bought them when I was piss fucking drunk in the Bucharest mall. There was a mall in Bucharest, Romania, and I had been drinking on the bus, and then I forgot that we were getting off, and I got off, and I was like a half bottle of Jameson deep, no food, no water, and I stumbled around the mall with my buddy for support, bought these really nice pair of headphones. I still have them. They're so nice. Like, it was a good purchase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I had steak. And did not drink anymore because I got back on the bus and finished the bottle because they kept passing it around. But anyway, so I was in there listening, and I listened to just like so much, and it just made the time pass, and it gave me something to do, and it helps alleviate boredom.
Your brain working too, because you get into these monotonous tasks of cleaning or putting things away or what have you.
Yeah.
And it kind of turns your brain off and you go into autopilot. And this was a thing that I struggled with for a very, very long time.
I bet lifeguarding was hell for you.
Go into autopilot. Oh yeah, dude. I kind of just go into autopilot and I just lose control of my body. And at that point I've wasted a day and I become a mindless zombie.
Yeah.
But listening to podcasts keeps your brain moving and keeps you thinking and keeps you doing something. While you can do these monotonous tasks, your body goes on autopilot, but your brain is still there. It's still chugging and working. And, you're actually gaining something from this time that you're, seemingly wasting.
Yep. I was gifted with a very elaborate imagination, and so that really helped me. Like, as a lifeguard, I would just fucking let my mind water. Obviously, I'd like detach part of it and focus on the task and let the rest of it fucking just do its own thing. And as I said, imagination. And like not everyone can. Like I happen to be really lucky to be able to do that. I can just turn my body into just a zombie, and my brain will just completely keep going elsewhere. It's really useful, especially for army shit. Like if I'm fucking sitting up there in the gun, we're out in the field, we're doing something like that, and I have to scan. I just fucking completely turn off my brain, and then just like only turn it back on when I see something that needs to get done. Like, oh shit, there's the fucking enemy, we gotta engage, like that kind of thing, right?
Right. That's one of the reasons why I stopped being a lifeguard, because being on stand like that, you just kind of go brain dead. And I remember one of the best memories that I have on stand, at least when I wasn't on a busy day, when I wasn't able to like hang out or have fun with the other lifeguards, was being on wave 2, which was the bottom of a wave pool for those who don't understand.
Like the beach, quote unquote.
Exactly. And I was watching the TV at like the bar that we had in the water park, and on the TV they were playing "Welcome to the Black Parade," and they had the words, the karaoke version, and I was listening to it in my head. I couldn't hear the music because it's a loud ass water park, but in my head I could hear it. And I was having a fucking whale of a time. And, but other than that, it was not fun for me being a lifeguard, other than the days where it was slow and we could have fun with the other lifeguards.
Yeah,
it's just those things for me,
Yeah, the fact that I was there for like a year and a half is fucking nobody.
I know.
There was 3 people there who were there when I started. Amber still works there. She's never quit a job. Technically still works. So she's seasonal, but she doesn't actually. So yeah. Anyway, it's probably fucking time to about wrap it up. We've just kind of been going on. Not that I'm complaining, but.
Oh yeah, I expected it to be a short episode, but it is in fact proved to not be.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna have to cut too much out of this episode, but
nope.
I am not opposed to that. This has been a really good episode.
Yeah, no kidding.
So yeah.
Yeah, there you
go. Do you have anything to plug today, Xander?
Yeah, my cock and balls into your dick and ass. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I also have nothing to plug into the podcast other than the light switch, which I am going to turn off. I have been your co-host, Xander.
And I've been Xander. Thank you very much for spending this time with us.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for your input. I'm sure you've been talking to us angrily through the cell phone
Yeah.
or what listening device you choose.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up about the philosophical shit already. We don't give a shit.
Exactly. So we're gonna go. And we'll see you in the next podcast in about a year.
All right. And that's that.